guys, it's very early. I'm gonna have breakfast and work out afterwards later. Most of the times I work out before eating anything, but today I just really felt like I want to eat right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have my little breakfast and get the day going. I literally woke up 5 minutes ago, so wow, I look crazy right now.
Hello my beautiful friends, voiceover Flora here, what is up? So that day I woke up and I wanted to do something really filling and savory for breakfast, so I made a chickpea mash, one of my favorites. Once I rinsed the chickpeas, I added some water and put it on the stove for around 5 minutes on a medium-high heat. I added some turmeric, pepper, salt, curry powder, and once the water was gone, I transferred it into a bowl. I saved some of it for later, the rest I mashed with a fork. I added a beautiful ripe avocado, some garlic, and extra virgin olive oil. I actually forgot to add lemon's juice, so if you make this, definitely add some. Added this onto some toasted bread along with cucumbers, and I enjoyed this yumminess.
I wear that perfume, you know, the one that you bought me. Every time you come around, I know that you will love it. Come and make some good times, forget about the bad times. Baby, can't make up my mind and I know you get impatient.
So actually this is the first day back at school and I'm super excited. If you don't know, I'm studying clinical nutrition and it's a really big passion of mine. Finally found something that is for me, that I'm really interested in, and studying is so much easier than it used to be with psychology. It wasn't my calling, you know, and with this it's so much different. So yeah, I really encourage you, rather take your time when you choose university until you find something that really clicks with you, because it's gonna be so different. And now I'm gonna have a green tea and do a little bit of schoolwork and then work out.
With me, don't worry about it. Please don't be frantic. You are my love. You are my.
You a real nigga, main one. You was there before I came up. It's evident how you feel about the fella. You ain't gotta say nothing. You keep it A1, solidify like a day one. Lightweight in love with you just to be straight up. Tucked off in the loft, bullin', we be laid up. Late nights at the studio, you be waiting up, tryna stay up. Hey, fuck all that makeup, little booty, but she caked up. I'ma wake up and then quake some. Wake up and then quake some. Let your chain up, I just pray you never change up.
I'm embarrassed how much that killed me.
Chain up, I just pray you never change up. Cause loyalty is everything, love. Don't worry about the mother hoes, they in the way, love. They can never penetrate with me and you got. Fuck all that fake love.
About it. Please don't be frantic. You are my love. Forget about the bad times.
Today was a really killer full-body day. I went for a slow one rather than a high-intensity one. I also stretch around 20 minutes or so after I'm done with the session. I usually put on a video from YouTube or some series I'm watching, so I actually stay there for 20 minutes because I have the tendency to skip stretching and I really don't wanna, so. I made a smoothie and I was sipping on it while I was cooking lunch. I actually added some frozen peas to my smoothie. It boosts up the protein content, so it's amazing after workout. For lunch, I made a Buddha bowl. First, I cooked some lentils, then chopped up a bunch of mushrooms and added them to a heated pan. I added water, soy sauce, salt, pepper, curry powder, and garlic powder, and just let that simmer until the water was gone. Oh my god, they turned out so good. Honestly, me and mushrooms were not really friends for around 20 years, but the more I cook with them, the better they taste. I made a dressing from mustard, extra virgin olive oil, lemon's juice, garlic powder, and a green herb mixture. I added the leftover chickpeas, mushrooms, lentils, and a bunch of cherry and sun-dried tomatoes and cucumbers to a bowl, and topped it with some sauerkraut. Since I had a savory breakfast in the morning, I was really craving some sweet that night, so I made a smoothie with pancakes. I have both of the recipes down in the description box. Just basically oat flour, oat milk, cinnamon, vanilla extract, and the ripe banana. If you want it chocolatey, just add a teaspoon of cocoa powder. I also made a little sauce for the pancakes from peanut butter, cocoa powder, and a splash of oat milk. But I really recommend adding some agave or maple to it because I didn't and it was a bit sour. I topped my pancakes with my apples and blueberries, and then I made the smoothie, and that smoothie is my number one. It is so freaking delicious. I added oat milk, frozen bananas, peanut butter and cocoa powder to the blender, blended them all on up to have this creamy, beautiful consistency that is heaven.
Cry with me, you are the life for me. When I rush out, it's up down, shock and open up now. Saw you out, slide through, baby, like now.
You have to try this recipe. It's so good.
Baby, like now. Pizza, you can put your feet up, acid like some Ritas, baby, just an hour or 2 or 3. Money to make, tell her goodbye. We're just gonna have a good night.
The night before, I actually prepped the chia pudding. I love to add some goodness to it to boost it up, and it's usually cocoa powder for some iron content, cinnamon for balancing blood sugar, and matcha powder for hormonal balance. From the chia, you get omega-3 fatty acids, and from the oats, a lot of fiber, so it's a big bowl of superfood. I poured oat milk on top, mixed it, and put it in the fridge overnight. The next morning, since I had some leftover peanut butter chocolate smoothie, I decided to blend it together with the chia pudding, and oh gosh, it turned out so well. I topped it with some nuts and vegan dark chocolate, along with coconut flakes and the banana. I made myself a little turmeric latte as well from turmeric, ginger powder, cinnamon and pepper. I mixed it with hot water and poured in some foamy milk. I added pepper to the turmeric to absorb it better, but pepper also helps absorbing other vitamins too.
My love language is your time and attention.
So yeah, breakfast was amazing. This morning started so well. I did some uni work and then headed to work out. So guys, I know most of the time I look like I am literally about to die when I do a Pamela Reif's workout. And that might be true, but in an about reborn kind of way. She inspires me to become a better version of myself. I actually read a book about Stoic philosophy called The Stoic Challenge, and the author Bill mentions that he has a lazy Bill inside his head, and that version of him is always in his comfort zone and never pushing himself. He fights this voice daily, and not so surprisingly, I have the same voice in my head too, and while pushing through a workout, I constantly have to fight her. But the more I push through, the less I hear her, and the more proud I am.
Talk to me, let's start a conversation. You spend your time with me, you're speaking my love language. Talk to me, we don't need a translation. When you spend your time with me, you're speaking my love language.
For lunch, I wanted to make something simple, and that's usually calls for a pasta. I made a vegan mac and cheese with broccoli. So I'm cooking up some pasta with the broccoli, so I spare some time, and I only have to wash one pot. I also made some rice for later, because tonight I'm making like rice rolls. And now I'm just gonna make a little sauce for my pasta, and it's gonna be quick, and probably in 10 minutes I'm already eating. So earlier in the morning, I actually soaked some cashew nuts. I guess you could skip that if you have a really powerful blender. I don't have, so. For the sauce, I added the cashews, salt, pepper, nutritional yeast, turmeric, curry and garlic powder, cornstarch for thickening, and since I was out of coconut milk, I added this vegan cream. Blended it up and got this amazing bright color. Added it to the drained broccoli pasta mixture, and lunch was ready in 15 minutes. On a rare occasion, I have some vegan cheese, so I topped the pasta with it and enjoyed my beautiful lunch.
Talk to me, let's start a conversation.
That night I was making sushi. Yeah, I might use the wrong term for this. Please don't be upset. I already prepped the rice before, as you could see, as well as the tofu and sweet potatoes, so it was so easy to put together. It was basically 5 minutes. I added some rice vinegar to the rice and topped my nori sheets with them, added cucumber, pepper, tofu, sweet potato, and rolled them up. I actually had no idea how easy it is to make it at home, so now I just can't stop.
So we can get back on the same page. Well, tonight I wanna stay in a way, don't you? Just talk to me. 'Cause when you spend your time with me, you're speaking my love.
Let's go!
The little voice inside my head is not only there when I am working out, it is constantly complaining in my head to basically just throw away everything, lay in bed and watch Netflix eating ice cream. Luckily, this voice tells me exactly what to do, the complete opposite. It might come to me saying, just sleep in, you don't need to rush, you'll read later, you will run on another day because it's raining, you shouldn't eat this salad, have fries instead. No, don't post this on social because people will judge you, and so on. It is constantly giving me the right direction to change for the better and grow. So even on those days when I wake up hating basically everything, I still do it. I still work out. I show up and I show that little voice that she cannot control me, because the best version of me, who I am becoming, is in control. For breakfast, I made a smoothie bowl. I added oat milk, celery, frozen forest fruits, banana, matcha and beetroot powder, and cinnamon to the blender and mixed it up. This color makes me so happy. Oh my god. I then topped it with a whole bunch of goodness: peanut butter, nuts, coconut shred, more frozen forest fruits because I'm obsessed, and almond flakes, and enjoyed this delicious, refreshing smoothie as my breakfast.
I hide the fact that I trip and fall and get in my own way, but we ain't flawless, to be honest.
Later that day, I made rice paper rolls. I marinated tofu in soy sauce, salt, pepper, some maple syrup, and curry powder, and fried them for a few minutes. I made a little dip from vegan mayo, mustard, sriracha, lemon juice, and then I assembled my rolls. I added lettuce, cucumber, tofu, red onion, carrot, and some bell pepper. Rolled it up, and I actually had a bunch of these.
I hate the way we aim for such perfection, just so we get a little affection. We seek all of this outside validation. Do you need it that bad? 'Cause if I'm being honest, there's some things I gotta say.
I soaked a few rosehip tea bags for like 12 hours because there are a lot of C vitamin in there, but the vitamins can dissolve in hot water. I had a few glasses along with some dried mango. Dinner was a wrap. I made quinoa and then I added red onion to a heated pan along with kidney beans and corn. I seasoned it with smoked paprika, garlic and curry powder, salt, pepper, and cooked it for around 5 minutes on medium-high heat with a little water. I mixed it with the quinoa, I spread some sriracha onto my wraps, added the beans mixture, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, some spinach and vegan cheese. Rolled them up and voila! This has high protein and iron content from the kidney beans, so it's really good and full of fiber as well. I started the next day with a good old smoothie. I added frozen bananas, celery, cinnamon, wheatgrass powder, spinach and matcha powder and mixed it with oatmeal.
Feelings on the rise, gotta let you know. Is you down to ride if you
After my workout, I made hot water with lemon and added a nettle tea. I added an avocado to a bowl along with some red onions, lemon's juice, nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, and spreaded this onto some bread. Topped it with some greens and extra virgin olive oil and had this beautiful breakfast. Later on, I chopped up a bunch of sweet potatoes and white potatoes. Seasoned them with garlic powder, curry powder, turmeric, salt, pepper, some smoked paprika, and a green dried herbs mixture. I also added some olive oil, tossed it around, and put it in the oven on 180 Celsius degrees for around 20 minutes. Once they were soft, I decided to fry it a little bit in the pan for some extra crispiness. I also made a salad using the bean leftovers from last night, added a bunch of more greens, cherry tomatoes, salt, pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and a bunch of basil and oregano, as well as lemon juice. Chopped up a few slices of sourdough and enjoyed my lunch. In order to have a diverse microbiota with all the good bacteria, we should actually eat a variety of plant-based foods, around 30 types a week, which sounds insane, but actually herbs and spices can be counted too, so it's not that crazy hard, and they are so beneficial to your health. That's why I'm not afraid of them, and I'm always adding a bunch to my foods. It's one of the easiest ways to pump up the numbers. Dinner was an easy pasta. I cut up a firm tofu, added it to the pan, poured on some soy sauce and water, added curry powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. I chopped up the broccoli and added it to the water along with the pasta so they can cook together and everything is done quicker. Once I drained the pasta, I added the tofu cubes along with a can of coconut milk, nutritional yeast, and a bunch of green herbs mixture. I plated it up and finished my day off right.
Hey guys, good morning. Today I'm gonna make a little yogurt bowl and a smoothie for breakfast because I'm feeling something light, but I know that a yogurt bowl would not be enough, so yeah.
As I said, with a really sleepy face, I made a smoothie. Added a bunch of greens to the blender along with a ripe banana, blueberries, oat milk, and cinnamon, and blended them all on up. For the yogurt bowl, I used some coconut yogurt. I love to flavor the yogurts using cocoa powder and cinnamon. After mixing it, I topped it with apples, banana, some homemade chia jam I made earlier, blueberries, and a bunch of nuts. I, of course, added some peanut butter because, well, peanut butter, and some coconut shred and dark vegan chocolate. It was so damn good. Oh my god.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah.
Limiting beliefs are planted in our head by other people's perception of us and how we show up to ourselves. When we hear a comment about our bodies or when we talk trash to ourselves, our unconscious mind is in work to remember all of these information, and when next time I'm about to put on my workout clothes, those thoughts might come up in my conscious mind, convincing me that I'm too skinny in these leggings, I will never gain muscle, I will give up working out because what is the point anyway? But whenever we beat those limiting beliefs by following through, by showing up and pushing through, no matter the circumstances, those limiting beliefs tend to fade away. You cannot change them unless you do things to prove yourself wrong. So actually I had some leftovers from the day before, so I decided to make falafel balls to go with them and eat leftovers. I'd really love to have some leftovers. It's so convenient to just warm it up and eat it. These falafel balls are made from chickpea flour. Ideally you should deep fry these in oil, but I really like to avoid deep fried foods. Doesn't mean I never eat it, but I try to limit it. So warmed up some tortillas while the falafels were in the oven and plated up my food.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof. You got me stuck on the thought.
That night we actually ordered some pizza. I had a vegan margarita with tofu, sun-dried tomatoes and jalapenos. It was so yummy. I also had a Snickers bar from the place I used to work at. This stuff is so addictive. I try to follow the 95% rule, eating whole food plant-based 95% of the time, but sometimes I treat myself with something that's not so nourishing and it's okay. But yeah, this night was an absolute hell yes. We ate a bunch of yumminess and watched some series. I'm not gonna lie, I was so full after this dinner, but no regrets here.
You're making me feel brand new. You're